You are not undisciplined. You are not lazy. You are not someone who lacks willpower. You don't have a motivation problem. What you have is a sequencing problem, and nobody has ever shown you it clearly. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you the exact psychological mechanism that causes you to break promises to yourself. And I'm going to give you a protocol that ends that loop permanently. Not motivational theory, a protocol. 3 steps under 60 seconds. That works every single time. But to understand why it works, you need to see something first. It's 11 p.m. You're in bed, falling on your chest, and something has shifted. Maybe you watched something that fired you up. Maybe you had a conversation that reminded you of who you're supposed to be. Maybe you just got tired enough of your own excuses that something finally clicked. Whatever it was, the feeling is here now. It's real, it's warm, it's full of certainty. So you set the alarm earlier than usual, because tomorrow is different. Tomorrow you're getting up and you're handling it. Tomorrow, the version of you that you keep promising yourself you'll become finally is going to show up. You believe it completely. 0 doubt. You fall asleep with that plan. Then the alarm goes off. And the person who set the alarm is nowhere to be found. You know, this feeling, I know it too, because what happens next is not confusion, it's negotiation. A very specific internal argument that you've had so many times, you know every line. So you hit the snooze. And at some point you stop fighting it and you just stay there. The morning slips away, and with it, the promise you made to yourself 12 hours ago, it's gone. Now, here's the thing. Maybe that's not your version. Maybe your loop doesn't live in the morning at all. Maybe it's the nutrition plan you committed on Sunday and quietly unraveled by Wednesday. Maybe it's the financial strategy you built with complete conviction that you haven't opened in 3 weeks. The difficult conversation you've been ready to have for 6 months that somehow never happens. The business you were about to start for 2 years. The details change every time, but the pattern never does. The night before certainty, the present moment surrender, the daytime regret, evening recommitment, and repeat. In a moment, I'm going to show you something that will make this pattern make complete sense. Something that your brain is doing. It's not a character flaw, it's biology. But first, I need to dismantle something you believe about the people who don't have this problem. Here's what most people believe about high-performing, disciplined people. They feel like it. They wake up with drive. They're wired differently. They have some internal fire that makes the doing easier for them than it is for you. And the operating assumption that follows, the one that has been quietly running your life, so you wait. You wait for the right moment. You wait for the right time, the right level of discomfort. You wait for the night before feeling to somehow survive until the morning. Here's what that belief has actually cost you. Not the missed mornings, not the broken plans. Those are just symptoms. The real cost, the one compounding silently in the background every single day, I'm going to show you what that actually is in about 4 minutes. But you need to understand the mechanism first. You need to see what is actually happening inside your brain. This is the part that most people skip over. But don't. What I'm about to show you will reframe every failed attempt you've ever made. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The feeling you experienced the night before, the surge of attention, that certainty is driven primarily by dopamine. Your brain is anticipating the reward of the future version of yourself. Dopamine fires in anticipation of a positive future state, and it feels like motivation. It feels like this time is different. But here's the critical word, and the operating assumption that follows, the one that has been quietly running your life, is this. So you wait. You wait for the right time, the right level of discomfort. You wait for the night before feeling to somehow survive until the morning. Here's what that belief has actually cost you. Not the missed mornings, not the broken plans. Those are just symptoms. The real cost, the one compounding silently in the background every single day, I'm going to show you what that actually is in about 4 minutes. But you need to understand the mechanism first. You need to see what's actually happening inside your brain. This is the part that most people skip over. Don't. What I'm about to show you will reframe every failed attempt you've ever made. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. The feeling you experienced the night before, that surge of intention, that certainty, is driven primarily by dopamine. Your brain is anticipating the reward of the future version of yourself. Dopamine fires in anticipation of a positive future state, and it feels like motivation. It feels like this time is going to be different. But here's the critical word. Dopamine is anticipatory. It fires for what hasn't happened yet. It's future orientated by design. And when your alarm goes off the next morning, you are not in the future, you are in the present. A present that is dark and early and uncomfortable. The anticipatory reward your brain was excited about is now hours away. And the immediate reality, the warmth, the comfort, the fatigue, is competing directly against it. In that competition, the immediate almost always beats the future. This is not weakness. This is neuroscience. Your brain is functioning exactly as designed, protecting you from discomfort, conserving energy, defaulting to the known. The problem is that your body was not designed to be governed by comfort, but it will default to it every single time you let it. The pull toward ease, toward the warm bed, toward the path of least resistance, that is not who you are. That is the lowest version of you, the version that was never meant to be in charge. You were built for more than that. Every person watching this knows that. The proof is the fact that the broken promise bothers you. Something in you knows the gap between who you are being and who you're capable of being, and it refuses to let you ignore it. That tension you feel, that's not a weakness. That's your conscience working exactly as it should. But here's the part that changes everything. Write this down. The feeling you were waiting for before you acted, it was never going to come before. It was only ever going to come after. Every single time you've pushed through the resistance and done the thing, the feeling arrived after you started moving. Not before, but after. Your nervous system responds to action. It does not generate motivation preemptively. The clarity you are looking for while standing still, the momentum, the sense of capability, it was waiting for you on the other side of the resistance every single time. You already know this. Think about it. You've experienced it dozens of times, which means you have been waiting for something that your own history has already proven will only come after you begin. That's not a motivation problem. That is a sequencing problem. Here's what the loop actually costs you. And this is not the cost most people think about. Every time you negotiate your way out of what you committed to, you pay a price that doesn't show up immediately. You carry it, not in a dramatic way. Nobody else knows. There's no internal consequence you can point to, just a quiet, accumulating weight that follows you through every hour. Most people have never named what I'm about to describe, but you're going to recognize it immediately. When you break enough promises to yourself, you stop believing you'll follow through. And when you stop believing that, you stop making real commitments. You start hedging. You start hoping instead of deciding. You set the alarm, but part of you already knows. You make the plan, but there's a voice in the back that's seen this before. That is what the loop actually costs. Not the missed opportunity, the slow accumulating damage to your relationship with yourself. The compound interest of broken promises runs in reverse. Every single day, you're either building self-trust or you're eroding it. There is no neutral transaction. But here's what's equally true. Every kept promise rebuilds what every broken one erodes. One kept promise does more for your self-belief than 100 motivational videos. Stay with me here, because this next part is the most important that people miss. The people you believe are more motivated than you, they feel the resistance too. The internal argument, the pull toward comfort, the part of them that does not want to get up, sit down, show up, or have the conversation. That is not exclusive to you. What's different is not the feeling. What's different is what they decide to do instead of the feeling. They stop waiting for it to go away. They learn to move through it. That is not a different personality. That is a different decision. And decisions can be learned. Here's the reframe. The night version of you is motivated. The morning version of you needs to be disciplined. Those are two completely different people operating on two completely different systems. Confusing them is what has been breaking the cycle. Motivation made the promise, but motivation can't keep it. Motivation is mood dependent, neurochemically driven, and by design, inconsistent. It's a spark, not a furnace. It can start something, but it cannot sustain anything. Discipline is the unshakable commitment to do what must be done regardless of how you feel. Listen, that phrase, regardless of how you feel, is the entire separation. Motivation asks, do I feel like it? Discipline doesn't ask. The discipline was already made. The feeling does not get a vote. And here's the reframe. That changes the loop permanently. The argument, the one happening in your bed, at your desk, in the kitchen, that argument is not a sign that something is wrong. The argument is the work. When resistance arrives and the internal debate begins, that moment is not the evidence that you're failing. That moment is exactly where discipline is built or destroyed. Every person with genuine discipline knows that moment intimately. They didn't transcend it, they learned to win it. And I'm going to show you exactly how. The counter argument protocol, 3 steps in under 60 seconds. This is what you use every single time resistance shows up. Step 1, name the resistance without judgment. When it arrives, whatever form it takes, don't fight it and don't shame yourself. Simply say it clearly. I don't feel like it right now. Full stop. You're not broken for feeling it. Every person who has ever built anything specifically. This is where your loop lives. 2, write down one non-negotiable for tomorrow. Not a goal, a decision. Specific, timed, concrete. Not, I'll be more disciplined. That's a wish. 1 sentence, write it down, be specific. 3, 1 sentence, write it down. Number 3, write down 3 specific times you did the hard thing anyway and what followed. The real moments are the real evidence. This is what you read tomorrow when the resistance comes, and it will come. The person who watches this video and skips this has just practiced the exact pattern this video was written to break. You don't have an information problem. You have an execution problem. The only way to solve an execution problem is to execute. Start tonight. You were never waiting for motivation. You were waiting for a feeling that was always going to arrive too late, too inconsistent, too mood dependent, too human to carry the weight of everything you're trying to build. The night before version of you knew exactly what was required. The morning version felt what was comfortable. The gap between knowing and doing, between deciding and executing, is not a personality flaw. It is a system failure, and systems can be rebuilt. The argument you've been losing in the morning, at the desk, in every area where the loop keeps running was never supposed to be won by a feeling. It was supposed to be won by a decision made in advance and protected from negotiation. The broken promise you've been carrying ends when you stop giving the moment of resistance a vote it was never supposed to have. Make the decision tonight. Execute tomorrow, not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. And who you are becoming depends entirely on whether those two things, what you said and what you do, finally start meaning the same thing. Drop it in the comments. What is your version of the alarm? What does your loop like? I read every single one, and if you want the full protocol in action, the neuroscience of why the resistance always shows up at the worst moment and exactly how to break it, that's the next video. I'll see you there.